Dạ rồi, xong rồi. Bây giờ anh sẽ chia sẻ. Không phải. Dạ, cả nhà mình nhìn thấy chưa ạ?
Dạ rồi cô ơi.
Dạ. Dạ, cả nhà ơi, anh để 11 nhé, hay cả nhà muốn đọc 12?
11 cũng được cô.
Dạ, 11 đấy ha, mình để 11 đi. Dạ, cho cả nhà mình đọc cái bài này cho nó thấm, cho nó vui. Dạ, cô Diễm cô Khánh ơi, xong tí nữa cô Khánh điểm danh dùm anh nha. Dạ rồi.
Dạ cô ơi, do là em điện thoại á,
Dạ,
mà
dạ.
điện thoại bên em nó cũng chặt chen á, cho nên là
Dạ rồi, cô Thảo Linh ơi, tí nữa cô Thảo Linh điểm danh dùm anh ạ. Dạ,
em biết ơn các cô.
Ray hand cả nhà.
dạ rồi, anh mời cô Vân, anh mời cô Vân.
Hello everyone, let's start with a space racing and we all say we are on track, we are ready, let's start.
Yes, we are on track and ready. Yes, let's go.
Lesson 4, richness in wisdom.
Yes,
Yes.
let's go.
Richness in wisdom.
Yes,
Listen.
yes.
Reading
Go ahead.
Richness in wisdom. This life is truly happy when we know about wisdom. We learn about 4 types of people: the wisdom person, the sagacious person, the prudent person, and the erudite person. Observation shows that people highly value those with wisdom.
Observation shows that people highly
So, what
value
is the wisdom richness? Observation shows that people highly value those with wisdom. So, what is the wisdom richness? But this concept often feels vague in our minds. Generally, everyone says they must study to obtain wisdom. If we unveil wisdom now, what will our life be like? And what exactly is wisdom? If we unveil wisdom now, what will our lives be like? And what exactly is wisdom? Regarding religion, in Buddhism, the term trí tuệ, wisdom, is used, while in science, the term thông minh, intelligence, is used. Intelligent people possess thinking. Wisdom differ from knowledge. The erudite person is someone who understands many aspects more profoundly than others, but they may not necessarily possess wisdom. However, a person who possesses wisdom has opportunity to become erudite. Wisdom is also the foundation of sagaciousness and the foundation of prudence. Therefore, when we become a person with wisdom, we have the condition to become anyone we desire. Let us understand the concept of wisdom. What defines a person with wisdom? How does one cultivate wisdom, richness, information structure of wisdom? Current society often value the word wisdom, needs an understanding that wisdom comes from academic
society also value upward wisdom. Understanding the wisdom comes from academic background of knowledge. Wisdom is simply understood as the concept referring to the state of inner perception or awareness without pride. Levels of inner perception corresponding with high level of wisdom. Step 1 is depth of inner perception regarding people, objects, events, phenomena, and circumstances, discerning right or wrong, good or bad, true or false, and whether function should not be done. Level 2 is the state of inner perception that the source of life originates from oneself. Level 3 is the state of inner emptiness. Therefore, is a nature knowing state of the inner self. Level 5 is the encompassing state of the inner self. We should not assume that a high level is inherently better. Race evaluator is using the inner perception appropriate to the circumstances. The level of perception with the level of perception will one day you see the children as one outline as incorrect and this action evidence what the person expects to be friendly. If someone possesses new level 1 wisdom, the chain of influence will be prolonged, and especially those who are here to the scientific perspective as not here. Between the level in word master is excellent, but if the level of perception is maintaining towards people, following the separated word from a person and keep permanently suffering with people will continue. The level 2 of perception, the level 2 is a state of inner perception that a source of life origins stem from oneself. It means that when we feel that every problem arising in our lives originates from with ourselves. However, we neither resent ourselves nor blame ourselves or others. And if we thoroughly grasp the formula of the source of life origins, we use the knowledge to share with many people to help them understand, our perception will simply be raised to level 2 when we thoroughly grasp to the triangle of reality without and express this knowledge so that many people understand we will grasp perfect level 1 perception. This means that the knowledge regarding the triangle of reality refers perfect level 1 perception by moving closer to level 2. In contrast, the knowledge of the formula or the source of life's origins
In contrast, the
raise our
knowledge
perception
of the
to
formula of
level
the
3
source of
was
life
moving close
origin
to the
helps
3.
us
Level 3 is the
raise
perception
our
that we a
perception
state
to
of
level
inner
2 while
emptiness when
moving
we
closer to level
receive a
3.
message.
Level
For
3 of
example,
perception.
when
Level 3 is the
great
state of
person
inner
and
emptiness when we receive a
circumstances
message.
and
For example, when we
phenomena
face
and
a
anything
person, an
else, we
object, a
hear see the message
circumstance, or
transmitted from
phenomenon,
the outside.
anything else.
Immediately
We
we will see
hear and see the message
sincerity with
transmitted from the
themselves, hearing,
outside.
seeing with knowing,
Immediately we
attached to
receive
the
it with
nature
the
and feelings.
sincerity within
That's why
ourselves, hearing and
moments
seeing with a
strengthen
being
the state of
attached to the
inner
nature and feeling.
emptiness.
That's a
Our
very moment
accumulated stress
initiate
and marriage
of
will
inner
help
emptiness.
this moment
Those
and
with
if someone does
accumulated
not get
blessing and
over
merits will
this
have
state
this
of inner
moment,
perception, this
But if
aspect
someone
below,
has not
we
yet
can
opened the state
continually
of inner
accumulate it.
perception
However,
is
only from the
acceptable.
moment
They
the
can
state of
open it
inner
gradually
perception
later.
is
However,
open,
only from the
those who
moment the
fully
state
begin
of
to
inner
step into
perception
the
is
world of
open
the
to
inner self,
fully truly
it
begin to
does
step
leave
into
our
the world
fingers. We are merely
of the inner self. If
self-routine is
it
level
hasn't
4
opened
perception.
yet, we are
And
merely
level 4 is the
gradually
naturally
approaching
knowing
it.
state of the
Level
inner
4
self,
of
the
the
state of
perception.
fear
Level
brings the
4 is the
zero
naturally knowing
into
state of the inner
emptiness.
self.
And
This
suddenly
state
knowing
appears
something
frequently
leading to
around the
great
world in some
inventions,
famous
creations,
people
and
who
the life
suddenly know
approved with
something
the new
leading to great
idea that benefits
inventions,
society.
creations of
Level
creating
4
a
as
positive and new
also
ideas
as
that
known
benefit
wisdom
society.
without a
Level 4
teacher
wisdom,
is
also
wisdom
known
is
as
the
wisdom
knowledge by a
without a
teacher that
teacher.
through
Volshuji
continuity and
is
repetitive
wisdom
with a
that is not
teacher
taught by a
brings out
teacher.
wisdom
There are two concepts,
understanding has
Volshuji and
been
Hushuji.
society.
Hushuji,
This
wisdom
our
with a teacher,
understanding
means
is
our
not
wisdom
our
and understanding
perspective
have been
on the
taught by a
strong
teacher. Volshuji
the
means
fight
our
of the
understanding is
civilization
not taught
and
from a
our
person
accumulated social knowledge.
downloaded from
This
space in
moment
a
when a state of
civilization
inner
of
perception is only
accumulated total
found,
image.
people
There are
naturally
moments when
knowing
our
what to
state
say,
of inner perception
naturally
is of
what
involved
not to
naturally
do, and
knowing,
often
including
as well
naturally
as the
knowing what to say and naturally knowing what to do, what is appropriate for the current circumstances. Level 5 of perception. Level 5 is the all-encompassing set of inner self. When the all-encompassing set of inner self is open, the worldview is unveiled. Some people sitting on one place and sees everyone in the world. When facing a world, some can encompass that person's past and future, knowing what their past was like and what their future will be. Some people can observe a birth and death of every species, knowing when a species will cease to exist or be born. Furthermore, some people sitting in one place can see everything everywhere. These layers of perception are called level 5 perception. However, we should not crave openness for normalized. Researchers indicate that opening up to level 3 or level 4 is sufficient. Opening to level 4 means like you no longer become normal. A wisdom-rich person is someone whose state of inner perception transcends the problem that arise. If you manage to open the level 5, level 4, level 3 wisdom, the problem arrives there daily. It does not represent a wisdom-rich person. In that case, you can only say you possess a level 3 wisdom, level 4 wisdom, or level 5 wisdom. The person with wisdom. A person with level 1 wisdom is someone whose set of inner perception can distinguish right from wrong, true from false, should from shouldn't, and good from bad concerning objects, events, phenomena, circumstances, and people. A person with level 2 wisdom is someone whose state of inner perception holds that the source of life, origin, begins with me. They are someone who thoroughly understands and perceives that all objects and events originate from themselves, stemming from their own mental existence and not from the object itself. A person with level 2 wisdom does not seek a change from the outside, but quickly perceives the need for change from within the inner self. Therefore, seeking change from others is the beginning of suffering. Changing oneself is the beginning of happiness. A person with level 3 wisdom is someone whose state of inner perception view people, objects, events, phenomena, and circumstances as inherently without problems. Someone who also lives in the present reality and lives constantly with the sincerity within themselves. There is someone who always knows they are hearing, knows they are saying, and knows they are knowing. There are someone who attains the state of peace and joy and inner tranquility. A person with level 4 wisdom is someone whose state of inner perception naturally knows what to say and naturally knows what to do that is appropriate for the current circumstances. There is someone who can connect with knowledge and understanding that transcend what they have heard, seen, spoken, known in the past. There is someone whose electromagnetic frequency can access specialization. A person with level 5 wisdom is someone whose state of inner perception is unhindered by space of time. They are someone who has fully opened the 5 eyes, the physical eye, wisdom eye, and even the eyes, the Dharma eyes, the Buddha eyes, through energy sojourning of wisdom. Wisdom carries 3 main energy sources: the energy of peace and joy, the energy of tolerance and acceptance, and the energy of appreciation and gratitude. If someone always carries these 3 energy sources within them, that person possesses the energy of wisdom. The person who maintains this energy source within them will generally illuminate everywhere they go. If we can circulate and maintain these 3 energy sources consistently, we can say that person consistently embodies appreciation and gratitude at the layer of feeling, tolerance and acceptance at the layer of nature, and peace and joy at the layer of mind. This is also defined as a person with rich mental state. A person with a rich mental state is someone who carries the energy of wisdom. Peace and joy. The first is the is the energy source of peace and joy.
Mindful
I've had the opportunity to learn about the
trust
state
is
of
the
inner
energy
emptiness, sincerity, calm, and peace and joy are not representing but when we perceive the sincerity within ourselves. The state of
peace and
thus
joy
will be
are actually
initiated,
concepts
and the state
related
of peace and joy will be attained.
sincerity and
Perspective sincerity is
sincerity within
information. When
ourselves
this
that is
information
in the
exists, the energy of calm will be
emptiness
initiated.
and the
The
state
material
of peace and joy
manifestation
will
is
be
the peace and joy
attained.
of the inner
And
self.
from this
Single,
perspective,
stopping,
sincerity
ceasing,
is
cutting
the
off. Peace and
information
joy is the state of inner perception, stemming
is an energy of
within oneself,
non-duality
arising from
and the
hearing,
material
seeing, saying, knowing, without
manifestation
attachment to
that
the nature and feeling layers of the person. Peace and joy is the state of inner perception, emotion, in which desire and illusion regarding wealth, appearance, habitation, or sleep are let go, stopped, case, these are cut off. Peace and joy is the state of inner perception of knowing oneself is hearing, knowing oneself is seeing, knowing oneself is saying, and knowing oneself is knowing. So, do we possess a peace and joy? For if we are conflict with our children, whom we practicing desire and illusion regarding them, if you immediately let go, stop the desire and illusion regarding that matter, don't you instantly feel peaceful and comfortable inside, without any burden?
Saying and knowing
The
oneself is
moment
a
we exhibit
spiritual
the
with
energy of peace and joy,
illusion.
3 days later, if we
If we are
review
angry with
our
someone,
desire and illusion regarding the child and become
perceive an
annoyed with it
illusion
again,
regarding
we
that
must initiate the energy source of peace and
illusion
joy again.
regarding that
So,
matter of
maintain the most sustainable source of peace and joy.
choice, but
Information of peace and joy stand from sincerity within
as an
ourselves.
illusion regarding the data
It
and
originates
illusion
from
of the
hearing,
self.
seeing, saying, and knowing,
And we
without
must
attachment to
learn
nature or
energy
theory.
sources of peace and joy
Instantly
again.
manifest the
How to
materiality
be
of it.
maintained to the most
For
solid
example, if someone
principle
tells us
sources
something,
of
the
peace and
moment
joy
we
set
know
the
there is
information
an
of peace
peace
and
and
joy
joy.
stand
If we see an
we
event, we know we are just seeing it.
then
And
ourselves
when we
that
stop to see it,
originate
peace and joy,
we see saying and
this
knowing
peace and
without
joy is
attachment
joy,
to
this is
nature and
purity
feeling
inside. It is
instantly
initiated by the nature of that person. Desire and illusion are oriented
For example,
positively.
if
It
someone
raises
tells
the energy
something
vibration
at the moment
frequency.
when no
When the internal
information,
electromagnetic
if we
vibration
see
state
an
is
event
balanced, it
no,
emits a
we are
super high energy source. Conversely, if we engage the desire and illusion in a negative direction, it lower our frequency. Therefore, we are always full of
if desires
energy
and
and
delusion
maintain
are
peace and joy
oriented
within the inner self. The energy is
positively
always
to
super high.
society,
Since this originates from within
its
us,
own way
based on the principle
reason is
that we are the energy generator. If it is blocked,
its
it is
own
due to our desire
principle
and
that
illusion.
the
Have you ever
energy
used a phone
generated
that freezes or a
is
computer
blocked.
that
It
has
is
to
due to
freeze or
our
lag?
desire and
If you
illusion.
do then to
How we
restart it
either
at the beginning, to turn off the
that
power and
freeze
restart it.
or a
Similarly, no
computer that
matter what
tries to
disorder
freeze
you have
or
in life,
lag
press the peace and joy
to
button at the
then
time
restart
of
it.
an energy that once
Turn
initiated
off the
will
power and
restart
restore it
everything from the beginning.
immediately,
Pressing
knowing
the
it is
appreciation and
over.
gratitude button
Whoever we have
reinitiates
11 of
the
peace
fruit.
and joy
Pressing the
positively
tolerance and
stop
acceptance
energy
button
initiate
initiates
to
the root
restore
cause.
everything from the
Pressing the
beginning.
peace and
Pressing the
joy button
appreciation and gratitude
reinitiates the
button
awareness and our
is
wisdom naturally and faith.
initiate the fruit. Pressing the
Practicing and
belief and
circulating
acceptance
these often daily and
with the
frequently
tolerance
will
and
unveil
acceptance
wisdom.
button
If we want to
reinitiate
develop and
the
increase the
awareness and
fruit
our
of
wisdom
knowledge,
naturally
is
unveil.
appreciation and gratitude. If
The
we want
fruit
to learn and
providing
develop knowledge of people who
extreme
use
positively
fruits and buttons,
we will
in
gain
wisdom
wisdom.
with
If we want to
us,
develop and increase the
will
fruits of
help
knowledge,
us
skills, and
understand
perceptions
many
and
things in
attitude.
life.
If
This
you want
means
to learn
the
the
energy
develop
source of peace
knowledge,
and joy has been
wisdom around
initiated.
knowledge,
Human connection is coming up to us
unveiling
deeper and
wisdom due
better, and the
as the
future life
understanding
may
and
look
feeling
surprised.
that most
But in
initiate
advance,
the
the energy
belief
source
and has an
was
impact.
initiated
We expect
beforehand,
the human connection comes
leading
to
to that
a
outcome.
deeper and better
tolerance and acceptance. The second energy source of wisdom is tolerance and acceptance. According to the UNESCO definition, tolerance and acceptance is respecting and understanding the differences of others' belief, custom, ways of life, religious belief, race, and methods of action, not allowing others to do things we do not approve of with certain limits to guide them voluntarily toward goodness. The human social reference system, tolerance acceptance is a set of inner perception or non-attachment to anything happening in the mind due to external circumstances. Tolerance and acceptance is a state of inner perception in which desire and delusion are stopped. Tolerance and acceptance is a state of inner perception in which desire and delusion are stopped. Who have studied the principle of subconscious operation and understand total knowledge, total common understanding. When an undesirable event comes to us, meaning undesirable fruit has ripened, the law of cause and effect should have ended there, right? Your opinion, should cause and effects have ended then, however, with tolerance and acceptance, so the undesirable result continues to be accumulated through hearing, seeing, saying, and knowing, and a new seed the electromagnetic culture is so into our subconscious. The future result will tend to be undesirable. If an undesirable event occurs, stop the desire and illusion and show tolerance and acceptance toward the people to the seed is no longer show in the negative direction. The cause and effect ends right must we show tolerance and acceptance toward others because we deserve to have it today or already detected by our total knowledge. The total knowledge that did not exist, we would not receive the result. If this person didn't bring it, no one else bring it. And if no one else bring it, we believe that we bring the result upon ourselves sometime when total knowledge dictates that we must fall, even if no one pushes us. We trip over the banana peel, we throw ourselves as form. Understand this point. Understanding this, we no longer see people as a problematic event, even ourselves. If we separate the undesirable result from the person and show tolerance and acceptance toward the person, truly save our own lives. Why? Because when we are able to show tolerance and acceptance toward the person, we have ended the undesirable cause and effect, and it's clear to us appreciation and gratitude. Before we can practice appreciation and gratitude, we need to understand the concept of acknowledging thankfulness. Before we can practice appreciation and gratitude, we need to understand the concept of knowledge and thankfulness. This acknowledging thankfulness is the key to open the door to mastering life. If someone possesses the sense of acknowledging thankfulness, we'll gradually find it easy to develop into appreciation and gratitude. Acknowledging means focusing on things that align with desire. Therefore, when we use the term acknowledging, it is synonymous with finding the good and positive detail, observing the good things about that person or event. Acknowledging oneself means acknowledging one's out and context, and choosing the context that serves as the foundation of the current result in one's life to share with others. Still telling a story about one past, but acknowledging and being thankful for those things, acknowledging oneself for achieving today's result. Those who know how to acknowledge and be thankful for their life context, acknowledge the thankful of that they learned in the past, will become great storyteller in the future. Everyone created the context of us to become who we are today. But if they unintentionally fail to acknowledge and context of knowledge their child, the parent ends up being a balanced person in the listener eyes, while the children are viewed as bad. Unintentionally accumulate negative share it for our children. If we know how to acknowledge, our children will be very happy in the future. Child who have a father and mother who know how to acknowledge and is thankful for the positive context that create who the parents are will immediately form a very standard set of beliefs, always acknowledging and being thankful for what their parents did done. This creates a very special child in the future. There's no need to talk much, but if you we also carry the energy of source and peace and joy, tolerance and acceptance and appreciation and gratitude. It is even more wonderful because we use the energy of wisdom to illuminate our child life. Rebrand their creeds. First, acknowledge and be thankful of oneself. Second, acknowledge the contribution people bring to us. Acknowledge the context of life in general that led to who we are today. Person's life is like a river, beautiful and very bent, meaning we know acknowledge and be thankful for everything we experience. Then, whenever we go, bring the energy source of acknowledging, thankful and appreciation and gratitude. The energy source of appreciation and gratitude always exists within us. When the energy source of appreciation and gratitude is present, resentment does not exist. Instead, there is the resentment, appreciation, and gratitude has disappeared. Resentment is like darkness. When appears, darkness loses and vanishes. While obviousness, taking for granted, exists, appreciation and gratitude is not. Resentment gradually appears. For example, it is obvious that grandparents are the parent of the child. The mother must take care of the child. It is obvious that she is my wife, so she must take care of me. It is obvious that he is my husband, so he must be like that. It is obvious that you are the company, because you hire me to work. You must pay my salary. That is someone who is for 30 years in the 31st year. When the company faces a difficulty and asks to defer the salary from the human, employees try, quit, and dissolve the company. He was a young man who generously helped a beggar, giving him 3 coins every day for 3 years straight. The beggar returned, and the man gave him only 1 coin. The asked, "Why only 1 coin today?" The young man replied, "I got married last month and I need to save a bit of money. I will only give 1 coin from now on." It is like the young man crossed the face and said, "It is your wife to take 1 coin from me. That is our love's work." We eliminate sense of illness, taking for granted, resentment will automatically disappear too. We should ask ourselves how many people participate in our existence today. It is immense, not to mention our development. It is vast. Appreciation and gratitude is the inner emotion for an object, event, phenomenon, or person. The internal state where happiness taken for granted does not exist. It is said when we acknowledge the reason for the presence, the importance, and the usefulness of people and all things. Instead, when we acknowledge the reason for the presence, the importance, and the useful of people and all things. Emotion state of feeling touch, move is a state of internal feeling. It is something we do not deserve to have the possess. It is something the self receives that goes beyond the desire and illusion regarding the reality of wealth, appearance, reputation, fantasy. For example, someone falls into a very difficult situation and at that moment they no longer engage in desire and illusion. For instance, someone is heavily dealt and has borrowed from everyone possible. We all have refused in the moment, right now, and all desire and illusion about people who could help us suddenly. When a person was not within our desire and illusion as someone help, that they offer assistance in our time of danger. At that moment, we are deeply moved. This difficulty arises because we lack of the inner emotion state of inner touch movement. So all the connection and development in this life has been because the feeling moved. Happiness taken for granted perspective is an almost internal type. We cannot control the internal state, but we can control our own mental state. Therefore, maintain appreciation and gratitude toward our spouse, children, and parents should not carry fear, fears or no moved by us. If they practice appreciation and gratitude toward us, only manage ourselves that it is cause, and we will read the full data. If we analyze the psychology and state of people, their desire and illusions grow, our action must become even more extraordinary and greater. Only when people be moved, therefore cultivating mere being moved, we speak of the undeveloped causing us to grow powerful to unimaginable event. Can collapse it in an instant. How many employees, readers, and product service developers know how to manage their costs, meaning that regardless of the customer behavior, always remove and maintain appreciation and gratitude toward the customer, and they practice appreciation and gratitude whether the customer buys the products or not. You manage the cost and the does not need to discuss appreciation and superstition, gratitude, that is the external existence. Manifestation wisdom. Material manifestation of wisdom is simple, joyful, trusting, light, simplicity leads to joyfulness, leads to lightness. We all want a joyful. Life is simply when it is joyful. Life is trusting when it is light. It's that simple. Because of people get right. If a person life is heavy, they lectures, especially trusting and simple constitute of balanced state. The most balanced we use today in life is simple. We should not use the word simple as the first word and saying about everything in life. If someone asks the first word that we say is simple. If someone asks if we can do later, step by step, we don't know anything because we are new. See it as simple. For example, if someone talks about conditioning and training on the inner self, helping a person understand their inner self and living and joy. If we can only understand inner self consulting and training expert program and study with inner self consultant and trainer guides our living, we can do it. What's the big deal? We see it as simple because we see others doing simple. Here are some quotes of experts that you can refer to fully understand this concept. In complex tasks are simple, you are an expert. In simple tasks are frequently, you are industry professional. Doing frequent tasks with dedication, you are victorious. Thinking simply about complex tasks result in new laws. Being complex about simple tasks result in new fields. Conclusion. Just explore the concept of wisdom through the information sorting of wisdom, energy sorting of wisdom, and the material manifestation of wisdom. Express appreciation and gratitude to the high mentors for their guidance, appreciation and gratitude for the knowledge, and appreciation and gratitude for the connection with the total karma that gives us the opportunity to access and receive this precious knowledge.
Connection with total knowledge that gives us the opportunity to access and receive this precious knowledge.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. Now. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dạ rồi, cảm ơn cả nhà. Dạ, bây giờ mình điểm danh nha. Mình điểm danh nha, cả nhà giơ tay lên ạ, để Oanh điểm danh nha. Điểm danh sang một nha. Dạ, và có trường hợp gì đặc biệt
Em
thì
vô phút thứ 24 nha. Em vô
Dạ,
phút
cô
thứ
hôm nay
24.
con được có 3 phút thôi nên không cần ghi con cũng được ạ.
Sao mình không chụp hình được ta?
Dạ, Phượng vào lúc
Đấy.
rồi Liễu 16 phút. 12, vậy là cô Phượng 18 phút ha.
Dạ, biết ơn cô Oanh.
Dạ, để Oanh
Cho cô.
dạ, để Oanh giơ tay rồi. Rồi để em chụp hình ha. Dạ rồi, em chụp hình nha. Vậy là rau này là mình được 31 phút ha. Đó, pick 4. Dạ. Công nhớ bao nhiêu phút hả? Thầy nhớ bao nhiêu phút vậy?
Em 7 phút. Em 7 phút.
Là đọc được 7 phút á hả?
Dạ. Em vô phút thứ 24.
Dạ, 7 phút rồi. Dạ rồi, cô Phượng. Cô Phượng Nguyễn là 24 phút đúng không cô?
Phượng vào 12 là Phượng được có
18 phút hả?
18, 19 phút gì đó cô.
19
Dạ.
phút. Rồi, ok. Còn ai nữa không ạ? Còn ai đặc biệt nữa không ạ?
Dạ, anh Đào là không có đọc nha cô.
Dạ.
Có cô Liễu nữa đó cô Liễu vào từ phút 16 kìa.
Dạ, Liễu 15 phút. Dạ rồi. Còn lại là 31 phút. Dạ rồi. Ok. Dạ rồi. Rồi bây giờ cả nhà mình đọc tiếp trận nào ha. Dạ cô Sương là anh ghi đủ rồi đó, chỉ có mấy người đặc biệt thôi. Dạ cô Thảo Linh đây, cô Thảo Linh chia sẻ cho anh nha.
Dạ, lesson nào cô?
Dạ bây giờ cả nhà đọc được đến mấy giờ nè, để còn chia sẻ nè. Lesson 1 ấy, lesson 1 đi được 24 phút nữa là tới 1 giờ luôn đấy.
Dạ, đọc tới 1 giờ đi
Dạ.
cô.
Dạ.
Được
giờ
tới
là
1
cho
giờ đi chị.
Dạ, là mình lesson 1 đi.
Dạ,
Dạ.
để em mở lesson 1 để coi từ file.
Cô Linh chia sẻ cho anh nha.
Dạ, để em load file lên, tải file.